I actually was reflecting on all of the times I've traveled to Germany so far, and it made me want to highlight the top 10 moments I've had in Germany. So stick along for the ride. Let me know how you feel about all of these in the comments down below, and we'll go from there. Before I really get started though, make sure you guys like this video, turn on your post notifications, and subscribe. For the most part, these are going to be things that I experienced in Germany that I probably would have gotten to experience had I not been doing the whole YouTube thing. So let's go ahead and dive in from there. And I have them all written down. The first one is landing in Köln for the first time and seeing the Kölner Dome. That was an experience I'll never forget because I remember meticulously planning where I wanted to travel before I got to Germany. I did not want it to be Bavaria because most of my friends traveled to Bavaria first and they all had very similar experiences. So for me to have a very unique experience, I actually asked you guys where I should travel first for my very first time in Germany. And Köln was perfect because the Kölner Dome was a beautiful pinnacle of what a cathedral is supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, it is probably one of the best looking cathedrals in the world. So that set my standard pretty high. But leading into number 2 of one of my best experiences ever in Germany, and it was trying a doner kebab for the first time. Oh, maybe another bite. Oh my God. I'm crying right now, dude. Fuck! You guys are so lucky, man. You guys live next to like donor places like this, bro. Like, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Now, I'd heard about it for the last like 3-4 years from you guys, but I really thought that it wasn't going to be as good as you guys were making it seem, because every single person I had talked to on the internet had said the same thing that lived in Germany. They're like, bro, you have to try a doner at least once and you'll understand why we talk about it so much. And oh my gosh, my reaction was priceless, and y'all got to see that. Number 3 was the bakery. I wanted to try an authentic German bakery. So of course I arranged something where I got to travel to Mönchengladbach, and I met my homie Jan, and he's a professional chef, so he wound up showing me and my friends and stuff this bakery that he was really plugged in with, Heinemann, and we got to try different types of brötchen and a lot of the Frühstück spread, and of course a bunch of different cakes and whatnot, because the cakes that I tried at that German bakery were insanely delicious. Okay, I think what we didn't show you in that video though is I ordered probably 9 to 10 different types of cakes, and I ate them all in the restaurant, and it was so much food that everybody in the restaurant literally stopped what they were doing and they watched me eat it all because they could not believe how much food I was eating. But again, it's not every day that I get to try authentic German handmade pastries. You know, it was delicious and I'll never forget that. So again, thank you guys so much for allowing me to have that experience. It warmed my soul and I think about it all the time. And that leads into this next experience that I definitely love, which was visiting Hamburg and seeing the Hamburger Dome for the first time. Now, at this point, I had seen the Kölner Dome, and I was told every city has like a dome, has a cathedral, you know? And so I'm waiting to see what Hamburg's dome was gonna look like, if the cathedral was gonna look really elaborate and detailed. And to my surprise, the Hamburger Dome is more like a little theme park, more like a mini carnival, not carnival, but like a little festival sort of thing, right? And it's opened up seasonally, and it was super cool. Loved it. Had a lot of rides. I wound up trying some authentic German beer there. I mean, it's Germany, so everywhere you go is going to be authentic. So I don't even know why I said that, but you know what I mean? Like, it was really cool. I had a great time. And again, you guys made this possible. These are things I think about all the time, and I'm like, man, brings a smile to my face. Leading into the next point, visiting Aachen for the first time. Shit. That's the town hall?
Yes.
Dude, what the fuck? This is so beautiful. It's vibrant too. It's like, it's not like a really dull looking building. It's like, the colors are still poppy as hell. Now, I visited Aachen the second day I landed in Germany completely, and I thought that was actually insane because I remember talking to Julian a few years back, and he's like, yeah, man, when you land in Germany and stuff, like, we have to meet, we have to catch up and hang out and stuff like that. And that's one of the first things I did when I landed in Germany. Oh my God, yo, what's up, man? Oh my God,
okay. It's like that rice pudding a little bit.
Yes, it's very good.
Nice. What?
But the food is not in order.
It's fine.
You can see. You can swim, though.
Oh yeah, I'll do a couple laps in here really quick.
I went to Aachen. I wound up spending a lot of time with Julian and his team and whatnot. They showed me around Aachen and I got to see the Aachener Dome. The Aachener Dome is probably one of the prettiest domes I've ever seen in my entire life. And what was really cool too were the little food specific things that can be credited to Aachen, like the Aachener Printen.
Awesome. Chocolate. Okay. All right.
That was really cool. And then I tried Mettbrötchen for the first time there as well. And well,
This is called Mettbrötchen. It's raw meat.
Raw meat. Is it like, what type of meat is it?
Human.
although it was very slimy and definitely an acquired taste, and half of y'all are gonna like Mettbrötchen and the other half of you guys might not like Mettbrötchen, I wound up liking it. It was pretty cool. I mean, it's raw pork, so that right there will make a lot of people throw up in their mouth a little bit. Raw pork with onions. Leading into the next point, exploring Nördlingen, Germany. Oh my gosh, and trying authentic German food in Nördlingen, Germany for the first time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Nördlingen is definitely part of Bavaria, and that was one of my first times ever traveling to Bavaria. That was this last trip actually, and it's the city that is built inside of a crater, right? Inside of a meteorite crater. So a lot of inspo came from that city and created the anime Attack on Titan. So that's actually my primary motivation for even going out there in the first place, and the people were so friendly. Also, fun fact, I've mentioned it before, but it's one of the only places in the world that has a fully intact fortress. And I got to walk around the perimeter of the wall. I got to climb up the Daniel Tor and take pictures and stuff like that.
Boys and girls, we are finally here in fucking Nördlingen, bro. The top of the tower. Just like Attack on Titan, bro. This is so worth it, man.
It was a great time, and I think about it all the time, especially now, you know, and I'm like, man, like I have to go back. Out of all the places I've been to in Germany that I visited that were newer to me this most recent trip, I want to go back to Nördlingen, and it was so beautiful. Next, I always think about this, and it was riding bikes with the homies in Essen, you know what I'm saying? So my second time in Germany and stuff, I wanted to do things a little bit different. I went to Gamescom, but I wanted to see more of Germany and not just hug around Köln. Now, I love Köln. Cologne is amazing, but I wanted to branch out a little bit and see more. So we arranged to go to Essen, Wuppertal, and Düsseldorf. And Essen, I got to, you know, walk around the city a little bit, and I got to see a bunch of people. A lot of you guys spotted me out there, so shout out to everybody that said hi. And we took the city bikes, and we just biked around the city and went to these really beautiful areas and whatnot. And again, it really warmed my heart. I was able to enjoy some really good weather, eat some delicious ice cream, vanilla ice, and it was really cool. I got to learn a whole lot about Essen. Moving on to the next experience that I absolutely enjoyed, and it was exploring Bray.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now, there's a lot that goes into that. Like, Bremen itself was phenomenal. That was an accidental trip, though, because I was supposed to watch Crispy Rob's fight in Dusseldorf, but thanks to the Deutsche Bahn, that didn't happen. So one of my friends lives in Bremen, and he's like, dude, you have to see it. I'm gonna show you around. I'll try to be the best tour guide for you. And he was a great tour guide. Got to see the city, and it felt very, 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 very dated in a good way, right? I felt like I was in like a Game of Thrones episode, you know? And their center area where the Rathaus is, oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous. I wound up going to one of the McDonald's that made it into a meme compilation. and that was pretty surreal because a lot of people crash out around that McDonald's sometimes, you know, international people, I guess. And the Weihnachtsmarkt, oh my gosh, the Weihnachtsmarkt were absolutely insane, especially around the Rathaus in Bremen. And then I wound up eating some pretty delicious food out there too. And we got to go by a candy factory where they made like these little handmade candies and stuff like that. And that was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that before. I mean, I've obviously had candy before, but I've never been to a candy factory in Bremen of all places. That was insane. Now, we're getting close to the end. We have 2 more things. And number 9, right, is Oktoberfest. Dude, this is so fucking cool. Unreal, bro. Right? Oh my gosh. I had been talking about Oktoberfest for so long, and you guys were trying to tell me not to go to Oktoberfest for so long. So I finally wound up visiting this last time, and I had the time of my life. Now, I would not have been able to have as good of a time if the lady that was serving the beer there did not let me in the beer tent. She saw that I was trying to film a YouTube video, and she saw that I was very hyped to go inside. There was a long line, but she was able to get me inside and allow for me to have the wondrous experience that I had. And oh my gosh, it was insane. It was like I got to party with you guys, you know? I went inside, I was going crazy. You guys got me drunk as hell, and we were listening to a lot of music, we were dancing, we were on top of the tables. It was amazing. And I was in lederhosen. I got to wear lederhosen, bro. All in all, I had a great time. I wound up actually having some authentic German food there, like Bavarian food, you know, Klöße and Schweinhaxen and Weisswurst, all that good stuff. It was amazing, bro. It was amazing. So had a wondrous time, and Oktoberfest was a time to be remembered, especially the aftermath of Oktoberfest. Okay. And last but not least, the St. Pauli Weihnachtsmarkt. All right, well, I remember going there last year, and it was such a shock to me because it felt like a freaky version of Christmas, you know, like a very adult themed Christmas market. The food was incredible. There was this one tent that was selling a lot of meat, man, like a lot of like wurst, steak, sandwiches as well, chicken, a bunch of stuff. It was like a giant butcher tent, and there was a big line, and I remember waiting in line because I got to try a tender, juicy, properly seasoned steak brötchen, right? It was so good. It had sauteed onions, seasoned steak, and this freshly made brötchen, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. And then of course, seeing people get down and dirty out there was also an interesting experience. Now, of course, for the things that I did not mention in this video, I obviously had a wonderful time, but these are the top 10 moments for myself that I loved and enjoyed, and I always reflect back on. So let me know how you guys feel about that. For those who live in Germany, what were your experiences that you've had recently that you really appreciate? What were some of your favorite experiences with me that you guys watched?